What's going on, guys? So about a day ago, I made an upload that I picked up a Nintendo Switch and some other goodies. And honestly, I decided this would be the perfect thing. I kept one sealed. I also got the Scarlet and Violet games, but I'm going to keep these sealed. And I got myself a pre-owned that I'm going to be playing and learning with this new modern generation. But basically, I thought this would be the perfect thing to do a video on, to do kind of a product review, to do kind of an unboxing, showing you guys how everything was packaged, what it looks like, a close-up look to the Corridon and Miradon artwork right here, the box artwork, everything in general. So right off the bat, taking a look at it, it's not like the Pikachu limited run products like the Nintendo DS2 Pikachu. That's a console that I sold and I'm trying to get back again. I think stuff like that is a little bit more limited. But from who I've spoke to so far, the people that work at the GameStops, the first wave of these sold out very quickly. So I think because they got another wave and there's just a lot of product still out there, it may take a month, maybe even a couple months to clean out. But I think eventually people will look back and this will be a, if it's, I'm keeping the box, I'm keeping everything, but this will be a setup. I'm going to open this one for the product review and so that I can play. But I do think that this is going to be a box and product that people really want down the road. It's got the correlating colors to Corridon and Miradon. You've got the artwork on here on the dock. It's awesome. The box looks awesome with them on there, with the Pokemon logo right here, and the Switch logo right here. Everything looks really well color coordinated and looks pretty spot on. Here's the side. I'm not a huge fan of Quaxley and Fuecoco. These starters they're going to take time to grow on me, but hey, I'm willing to give it a chance. We've got them over on this side, and then this is the back, which you guys are all going to see this stuff opened up, but this is how it's going to look like. You've got what looks to be a Pokeball on this side. Here's the Joy-Cons. Here's how it looks when it's flipped out. So let's go ahead and get into this and check this thing out once and for all. Okay. So all these products on the bottom, there's a slit here, just like the old days where you can see the serial code number on there. I'm trying to get this out. Even this tab has a Pokemon on it. Even this tab has the little kitty cat starter. I know it's bad. I should know the name of that Pokemon. Okay, so here it looks like plug it in, set it up. Okay, it looks like they kind of got a little setup diagram guide here to show you kind of how to go about it. Let's go ahead and I definitely don't, oh, whoa, okay. Okay, so this whole thing just flew out like so. So let's put that back down. Okay, so this is how you're going to get the packaging. This is what it's going to look like. Oh. So you can see those Joy-Cons in there. Not a lot of craziness going on. I'm thinking on the back of the Joy-Con, there's actually going to be some artwork. Yes, you've got Fuecoco and the kitty cat on the back there. I should know what the name of that Pokemon is. But anyways, we're going to get into Scarlet Violet. I'm going to get a rundown of all these Pokemon very shortly. Yeah, but it's got a nice purple on there. It's got an interesting, it looks like a grapevine. Yeah, it looks like a grapevine. This one looks like a wheel. In fact, let me put this box over here. My wife picked up this carrying case that'll protect it. We also got her Animal Crossing pre-owned. Okay, let's see. Show you guys close up what it looks like. There it is right there. Honestly, the quality of this, the quality looks nice. It feels nice, it looks nice. Quality control is pretty important to me. Whoa, so it's got a design I can't even see what this says. Like, it's weird. It's got the 2 Pokemon on top of another logo. I think this is definitely going to be a collectible, interesting little set here that you're going to want to pick up if you haven't already. I held off on Sword and Shield because I wasn't quite sure. So on this side, it has it as well. I wasn't quite sure how Sword and Shield was going to be, how the new RPG style was going to be. But I felt like Zamazenta and Zacian just weren't all that cool to me. I didn't find them really all that interesting. Sure, they're cool looking Pokemon, but I think Miraidon and Koraidon look way cooler. Just these built lizard dinosaurs, and how one is based on the past and one is based on the future. That's actually kind of cool, and I can completely see that happening. Like, this has got the prehistoric dinosaur vibes written all over it, and then him with the electricity, it's, you just definitely got the future written all over it. So that's kind of a cool feature that surrounds this game. So we've got we've got our Switch here. It's not even like it's like all sealed necessarily. It's just like really in a plastic sleeve. So I'm going to make sure to keep all that stuff for down the road if I ever want to sell it. Maybe should have gotten a screen protector for this, but wow, this is really a top-notch thing here. I'll show you guys the back here. I can't read anything, any kind of logo. I have no idea how to read these. I'm sure there's like an Easter egg. There's a little thing on this. There's a little thing talking about, what you can read on here and how to see it. I don't know how anybody can make any of this stuff out. But here's the design on the back. I'm honestly not a super huge fan. I'm really not. I don't find this design all that great on the back, but we're ushering in a new era here, and we've got all the new starters displayed on the back, and it is what it is. I haven't really even decided who I want to go with. I think I'm going to go with Fuecoco because the Heather over at GameStop kind of convinced me that, we had Feraligatr from Generation 2. Way back, Neo Genesis, we had Feraligatr, the alligator water type Pokemon. So Fuecoco is really the alligator fire type Pokemon, kind of the alter ego of Feraligatr. That's the only way I can kind of honestly accept it, for the fact that we're moving into a new era. It is what it is. I'm trying to see, does this flip back? How adjustable is this? I don't want to break anything. Okay, it looks like this adjusts all the way back to here. So you can set it like that. There's no clicking, but it's pretty rigid, so I guess it would just stay put. That would be the whole design. I wish it kind of had clicks, positions that it would stay in place, but it's a little bit loose, but not everything can be perfect. I assume that these things are going to be one of the first things to break on this, though, honestly. Yeah, I was nervous about how far back these would go. You've got the sides for the Joy-Cons. You've got your power button right here. Zoom in on that. Got your power button right here. You've got your volume buttons right here. I assume this is a speaker right here. Either speaker or that's where the air exits. A spot for your microphone, your headset, and a memory card right there. Is that what that is? A game card. So I guess the chips, now I'm still so used to the Game Boy days. So I'm confused. Does this come out anymore? Looks like... Okay, I opened that the wrong way. That's so weird. Okay, so that opens up. It's honestly super flimsy. This is super flimsy material we got going on here, so I'm not really enthusiastic about that. It comes out a little bit, but that's where you would be putting in your game, I'm assuming, since there's nowhere else to put it. Okay, let's open this up. In here, what's in here? It looks like there's more Nintendo pamphlets in there. Let's put this over here. There's no space on this table. I mean, for the most part, that's pretty much all there is to it. We've got a charging cord in here. What is this? What are these? This was not shown whatsoever. Okay, so these are the attachments so the Joy-Cons can play on their own. So you actually get, so this is not shown on the box whatsoever. So you actually get the kind of violet colored and your scarlet colored or your orange color right here. These would allow you to click these onto the Joy-Cons, and I'm guessing that would make them separate controllers. I want to say that would make them separate controllers. I'm not entirely sure how the Switch works. I'm completely new to the Switch and all of this. I mean, this could definitely, yeah, no, this is not going to go onto the Switch. No, it's not. It's definitely for the Joy-Cons, I guess, for it to become a complete unit for them to be played with separately, because I know you can do that. I know a little bit about the Switch. Let's see. I'm just making sure we have, oh, this is cool. This is pretty cool. So there are definitely goodies in here that are not pictured whatsoever. Okay, so it looks like you're able to also clip this. Oh, wrong way, Ryan. Looks like you're able to clip these on here. That's cool. Okay. Ooh, this is pretty gnarly. This is pretty gnarly. It's a little controller right here. Now, I am a big Xbox guy. I've been playing Xbox my whole life. Xbox, PlayStation, a little bit of Game Boy. Really, I never had GameCubes. I never had Wiis. I guess the Switch is really the next thing. That's been the biggest thing for Nintendo. So I'm taking a leap of faith here that this is going to be something that kids growing up now are going to want in the future, even if it gets outdated, which it eventually will get outdated. There's no doubt about that. But I'm making a bet that this system and this limited time edition, this box, will be worth quite a chunk of change. So we've got a HDMI cord here, which is super helpful because the Switch actually you are able to hook directly up to your TV. I think that's one of the coolest features. I do have to add though, where is that HDMI cord? Where on earth is that? Because I don't see an HDMI cord anywhere. Here's a micro SD. You can put a micro SD in there. So on the back here, you have an area that you can put your micro SD. So I can see that. That's clear to me. But I don't see anywhere where an HDMI would go. I mean, am I blind as a bat? What's the deal with an HDMI port? How in the world do you hook this thing up to HDMI? I don't get it. Maybe somebody in the comments can answer that to me. But I'm not sure why this is in here. There's got to be an attachment. That's what it has to be. There has to be some kind of attachment. There's got to be a way to click. Maybe it's on the side of the charger or something. I don't know. You guys are going to make fun of me for this. You know, and now that I think about it, I'm guessing it's on the dock. I'm guessing that the dock, I'm sorry that I had to focus that back in. I'm guessing it's on the dock. So the dock, by process of deduction, is the only place that the HDMI could be plugging into. And this dock looks pretty fantastic in the box. I assume it's better in person. I gotta remember to have all this stuff. You definitely want to wrap all this stuff in its original stuff eventually when you want to sell this. If I ever even sell it. Okay, so we've got a Pokeball. I was right on that. There's a little Pokeball right there. Got a Pokeball right here. We've got a slot here. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is, what the functional purpose of that is. So really, it's the blank slate on the back. There's really not a lot going on here as far as the back of this goes. You can see the dock there. You've got the USBs here, but still, I run into the issue of where's that HDMI? That HDMI has got to be somewhere, right? It's got to be somewhere, right? I don't see... Oh, and that clips out. And of course, in the back, there's multiple ports. So let's zoom in on that. So over here, we've got a... Is that a... I'm not sure that that's anything at all. You've got a LAN connection right here, an internet Ethernet cord that you can connect right here. HDMI in, out, and AC adapter. So it looks like the charger for this. I'm guessing you have to have the dock to actually charge your system. I'm not sure if I like how that pops off like that. A part of me kind of wishes that it was more integrated to open up, but maybe that's just to avoid, having hinges or something break. Speaking of, so actually, let me show you guys the front of this. I'm looking to see if there's any kind of plastic that you would peel off first. It doesn't look like it. So this looks like it would scratch super easily. So you don't see this on the box, I feel like, very well. Well, you can see it, but not very well. So here it is. It has a texture to it that you guys should be able to catch that here. You guys can probably see it has kind of a hollow pattern texture that's on there. It's really, really nice. It's really cool. And then over here in the certain light, the other details light up. It really is an interesting dock. I think a lot of people are going to be buying this product just to get this dock where you have Coridon and Miraidon. They look awesome. They're, in my opinion, these are going to be respected Pokemon very quickly. They're just sick. They're really cool. And as you know, I love lizards. On another, and that's everything. I mean, there's not much more to go over here. Make sure I put away most of the stuff, even though I am getting this out to start playing. One thing I wanted to mention also, so for those of you who are new to the channel and may not know this, my full-time job is operating our family bar here in Charlotte, North Carolina, Starlight on 22nd. Sometimes I work till 3 a.m. Sometimes we have really late nights. We have really loud shows, loud music. Last night we had Ape Audio, which is they're a really great group. Great group of guys. Awesome house music and EDM type stuff. And the bass was so loud. It was so loud. It was vibrating so loud. Like, all of our glasses, we had to actually custom all of our cabinets in the back that hold all of our glassware because they were shaking off and falling and smashing on the ground because of how loud this music is and how loud it can be during these shows. Now, this was a fantastic experience. I love these guys. I love working with them. Really great group of people. Half the guys there actually play Pokemon, which is kind of hilarious. Small world. But so as you guys know, in another video, I talked about the fact that I bought a bunch of retro gaming stuff. So this is a Game Boy Advance ALS Industries carrying case. This is a kind of OEM spec carrying case. If you look up Game Boy Advance carrying case, you're not going to see this one. This is an ALS Industries carrying case. I didn't know this then because this was gifted to me by one of the stores that I shopped at. They just gave me the carrying case, which makes me hate that this happened even more. But the music, you guys might already know where this is going. The music was so loud. It was vibrating so loud. I should have known better, and this is karma for bringing my Game Boy into work. But it got so loud, the vibrations were so harsh that this actually slipped off the table in the middle of my shift, and I didn't realize it till I turned around to get something that it had fallen on the ground. And the hinges broke, the back broke. That's why I have tape on it right now. So right now I have a piece of 3M tape holding it together because I love this carrying case. I love this carrying case so much. One, because it was free. And free stuff, there's nothing like free stuff. You can never match the feeling of getting a nice, nifty, vintage item like this for free. It's supposed to have a sticker on the front, but I don't even care. I just like how it is, exactly how it is. Now, I may modify this at some point with actual hinges. I may like sand this down and put some actual heavy-duty like door hinges on this because I love this case. I'm not giving up on this case quite yet, but I've already put in a bid on another one. I'm probably going to lose because I really don't want to pay for one of these when I already was given one for free. It's got the original sticker, you know, to open it up. It's got the original stickers on the back. I mean, it really was almost in mint condition, other than the fact the sticker was missing. Really loved it, but as you guys can see, and I know has nothing to do with Switch, but it just made me super sad. And I'm not even kidding you guys. I went from dancing and having fun on my shift, like jumping up and down while making cocktails and doing the shaker for the cocktails. I went from that to when I turned around and saw this on the ground, basically, can't even. So it's just held together by a piece of tape at this point. The hinges are completely broken off. It's really not repairable as far as that goes. There's probably somebody out there that's like, I can repair that. There's a trick with like cigarette ash. If you put cigarette ash on plastic and put super glue on it, there's people that like swear by that for like fixing and like molding plastic parts back together. Honestly, I'll probably just shave it down and put an actual door hinge attached to the back of this and the actual case. Super sad that this is how it is now. I really took a lot of pride in just having this whole setup. It just looks really, really cool. So yeah, that's just a little update. I'm not moaning. I'm not being a whiny baby. The inner 12-year-old inside of me pretty much, why isn't that focus in, you stupid? The inner 12-year-old inside of me pretty much cried, like got crushed when I saw that this was snapped in half, broken open. Now I will say, I can actually do a quick review on the ALS Industries case and how protective it was. It broke. I don't know how it hit the floor. It must have came down. It must have came down like this, and the hinges got busted on the ground, and then it popped open. But I am at least thankful for the fact that my Indigo and my Emerald were still completely unscathed after this fell from a countertop, a bar countertop, and smacked a cement floor. The case actually did really well. So in terms of doing product reviews, I mean, we just reviewed the Switch. The ALS Industries case, and it doesn't even look terrible with the tape on there. I mean, it still is what it is. I'm still going to use it every day. There's something about this case specifically that I liked that I got a gift. You know, I liked that the universe gave me something out of being an avid collector. But anyways, it's broken now, but it still looks nice, and the case held up. And other than the hinges breaking, none of the other plastic parts broke on it. So when you think about that, when you think about the fact that none of the other plastic parts broke on it, that's a pretty big deal. I mean, even the hinges, I mean, barely. The actual hinges themselves barely busted up. I'm gonna zoom in on that real quick. The actual hinges themselves barely got busted up. I mean, this thing and it's also sad because this is from 2002, and it went through its entire life pretty much unscathed. Then it sat in the video game world shelf of cases. I guess sometimes they give those to people that buy a bunch of items from them. But it sat there, and it went its whole life pretty much unscathed until it met me, and I brought it to my bar 21 years later. And vibrations from a dance rave DJ party had this thing fall off the counter. I mean, that's just, when I think about that, like the reality of like how crazy, like what are the odds that this thing would have made it its whole life pretty much perfect condition, and then I take it to my bar and just it gets smashed. So it's just, what are the odds? Anyways, that's my little rant because I'm sad about it. Like, I'm genuinely sad about it. Like, it won't be the same even when I buy one, because that was essentially a gift. You know how I love when you guys send me stuff? That's how it felt in the store when they were like, oh, just go take a case. Now, there is another Game Boy case but it's just not the same. They gave me 2 cases, but it's not the same. This is the one that I love, and it's crazy because even after all this time, Pokemon is still using the same style for the carrying case. It's the same handle style. So anyways, just a little funny thing. Sorry that made the video longer, but that's what's going on. That's like the one thing that I'm kind of down about lately. That and the Tyranitar EX that I got not too long ago that has a crease in it. Like, leaving a bad feedback doesn't do it justice. I still lost $30 on that card. Like, I still hurt. Like, you guys talk about I'm spending some of you say like sometimes I spend too much on stuff. You know, and we joke about like me going broke buying vintage and Pokemon product. Like, sometimes, like, I don't care if I went broke buying all this stuff. I would never care. It wouldn't matter because it makes me happy. But when I spend my hard-earned money, when I spend like 2 hours, 3 hours worth of work, you know, tips, whatever, and I get a card that's creased, it's infuriating to me. It's infuriating, and it's so commonplace in the card industry. It's like, it's such a normal thing for people to sell you cards, and then there's some kind of defect. There's something that wasn't transparently shown. And I don't know why people just accept it. I don't know why. I guess people just don't know better, but I was just shocked that I was the only person to leave a review the way that I did. Anyways, getting off topic. I'm really excited to play this Switch. I'm not going to lie, like, I'm nervous about it, but I'm excited about it at the same time. I know my wife is excited because she'll be able to play Animal Crossing. But for the most part, like, I've never used a Switch. My dogs and my baby are all going crazy right now. I have no idea what's going on in there. Anyways, if you guys have been subscribed to the channel long enough, you know that my channels are raw, unedited. Whatever happens in my house is going on, and that's just kind of part of the video. I can't control the universe. I can't control what goes on in here all the time. But I appreciate you guys. That's Aspen. I appreciate Aspen is my daughter. For those of you that are new, I know I'm like, that's Aspen. Aspen is my 1-year-old toddler daughter. Well, almost 1.5. But anyways, thank you guys so much for the support and love you've given me. Honestly, like, I'm blown away by where the channel is today. It's crazy to see it continuously climbing. And, you know, I made a post about my mom, and she's getting a kidney transplant, but she's on the waiting list. And it could be in a couple months. That'd be amazing. But it could be in like 3 years. I honestly have no idea when this is going to happen. It's stressing me out a lot. And it makes it really hard to be like super enthusiastic in videos. When you're going through like hard stuff in real life, like, it's very difficult to mask that and to act like you're not affected by it. Like, what do I care about making videos when my family's health is at stake? Stuff like that. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind. If I ever feel off, you guys have seen me at my best. You've seen me at my best. You've seen me at my worst. You've seen, like, if you've watched the channel, like, I got an alternate art Rayquaza and it was bent from USPS, and I lost it. I was super emotional and pissed in that video, and like, that's a low point for me because I reacted to something. And maybe that was actually good content. I don't know, and then there's times like doing lives and doing openings and streams, or we're opening vintage packs and we're pulling like that holographic pincer from the jungle pack, like stuff like that, like the double gold cards from the Pikachu V-Box, which later today around 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to try and do a live stream. We're going to open another one of these bad boys. This one is from Target. I'm going to try and see what the pulls are like, kind of compare it to my GameStop hits and the local game shop collection box hits as well for the Pikachu box. Try and compare all that. So that'll be coming up at 7. But anyways, like, I'm just saying, like, you guys have seen the highs and the lows, and it's going to be like that sometimes. But thank you to everybody that's supported this channel, that's watched this video to the end. Seriously, like, that's dedication. That's people that care about what I have to say, and hopefully we'll be here to ride it out to the end. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about the Nintendo Switch. Did I make a mistake? Did I spend too much money? Is this limited edition Switch really not something that's worth it in the long haul? Or do you think I did well? And this is going to be an asset. This is going to be an investable console that will appreciate really nicely in the future, especially if you have all the plastics and the box and all the original stuff and it's not like damaged. Who knows? I know that every limited edition console throughout Nintendo history is pretty much appreciated. So I feel pretty good about this one. It's definitely a long-term bet. So it's a lot of money to spend up front for such a long wait, but I think that this could be a $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 system down the road, like 10 years, maybe 15 years down the road when like this console is super outdated, but the kids that had it when they were growing up are like out of college or got a really good job, or they're feeling nostalgic again and they want to buy this again and they're willing to pay a huge premium to get it. You know, I don't know. I mean, honestly, this is a super nice dock though. But other than the dock and like some of the details on the back of it, there's nothing that separates this Switch out too much from everything else. Still though, I have a bearded dragon, so I think the lizards are really cool for this upcoming era. These legendary character lizards. I think they're absolutely cool, the Miradon and Corodon. So I think it's fitting for me personally, and I can't wait to see it up by the TV. It just looks sick. But I don't know. I don't know. Like, how do you guys feel about the Nintendo Switch? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. Anyways, guys, peace. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye. Oh, and tonight, 7 o'clock, just live stream, Eastern Standard Time. I'm not going to be opening vintage. This is just a Crown Zenith opening. Peace.